Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review. This is episode number 60. Yes, the 60th episode of this review series, and of course, the 60th episode of the Boruto Naruto Next Generation's anime. Hidden Leaf. Let's see. It's called Hidden Leaf vs. Hidden Sand. Yep. Yeah, this one has. It's the next part. It's the second and third matches of the semi-final rounds. The first one is Sidora versus Araru, which takes up the first, it seems like this one's not very long. It takes about 5 minutes. Yeah, Sidora, of course, uses her Shurigan to beat this opponent, who apparently uses puppet jutsu. Apparently, Kankuru's got himself a student. Even though he can't find himself a woman, he found himself a student. Yeah. So, yeah, this guy apparently is also kind of like Metal Lee. So that my personal guess is the reason why they had this person be a puppet jutsu user is because, well, the original shooting exam had Kankuru, and they had to throw in one somehow in here, so they threw in this person. Okay. And once this whole puppet juice thing was exposed, Sidora destroyed it with something I thought maybe Kakashi might teach because her father was too busy. Our father taught her the Fireball Jutsu, which is the first time she's ever used it in the entire series. I was so surprised to see it. And she destroyed the puppet and automatically, boom, wins the match. Despite the fact, yeah, and of course, she did kind of expose the puppet user. In one of those ingenious ways, she uses like a lightning ball, fires it at a rooftop where he is, and the good thing Metal Lee is there to use the Leaf Hurricane to knock away the debris so it doesn't hit the people. Her intention was not to harm the audience. Her intention was to get the puppet juice's attention. So, interesting match. Then, of course, we have a much more interesting match between Mitsuki and Shiki. Yeah, this one was pretty interesting. And I did like the fact that, just like in the original exam, we had a lightning type jutsu move break the sand jutsu, just like what happened with Sasuke, who did it to Garo. In the original one. Though one thing uniquely different that happened last one. This one ended with Mitsuki surrendering. In the case of that one, when Sasuke hit Gaara when he went through his sand wall and hit Gaara, that signaled the hidden sand and hidden leaf the hidden sound and the hidden sands allied invasion of the hidden leaf, which failed. This one just signaled, well, Mitsuki looks like he was about to once again he was considering using the Sage Jutsu. But he decided not to use it because apparently it's not supposed to be known. It's supposed to be kept a complete secret that he knows how to use Sage Mode. So he forfeits the match. Heck, even Shiki's surprised the fact that he did it. And, well, even though, yes, that he did forfeit the match, because unofficially it's because he wanted to use Sage Mode, I think officially it's because I think he was almost exhausted. Yeah, I think he was. If he had gone a little bit longer than he had, if the match lasted a little bit longer than it did, he would have collapsed in the middle of the ring. I think he kind of knew that there was another reason why he could have surrendered as well, so he just surrendered. And of course, next round is going to be a triple threat match to determine the winner of the tuning exam between Bartow, Sidora, and Shiki. Yep. And of course, also in the episode, this episode does use a tiny snippet of the Boruto film. Yeah, it does use it. Because this whole episode is mostly original footage. Because for the last episode, they pretty much deviated from the film. This one, they did use a bit of footage from the film, just briefly seeing Sasuke in the cartography room. Yeah, that's the only thing you see, and also the Chidori Jutsu makes its first appearance in the series. Yeah, Sasuke uses it for the first time I can think of. He uses it on the rock, and he does note the fact that Bartow is good using lightning style jutsu, but he can't know Chidori because he doesn't have the Shurigan. Okay, And even Boruto realizes that, and he's like, okay, so I have to improve my lightning skills. He understands that, and he just does more hand sign, just has more training. He doesn't have a really big problem with it. He's not making a fuss about it. Yeah, that's one thing interesting there you gotta praise about Bartow. He doesn't make a fuss about everything, unless of course it's not like when he got his first mission. Did he complain about it? No, he just like, okay, this is our first mission. I'll take it. Fine, I'll live with it. Yeah. Unlike Naruto, who decided to sit down on the floor and be a, let's just say, a crybaby about it, just made a better mission, though he got a bodyguard mission instead. Now, Bartow is not like his father. He's more calm, a little more patient, and a little more reserved than his father. Yeah. And it's also nice to see a quick cameo again by Mike Guy. Though I don't know why in the world the Ace Operative, the guy who I do watch his reviews for, apparently he did acknowledge the fact that Guy and Kakashi made a cameo in this episode, in the last episode. And this episode, yes, you do see Guy. And they're not the only ones to make cameos in this episode. Team Hanabi make a cameo in this episode as well. Yeah. For Sasumori, this is the first time in probably 2 episodes. Yeah, it's been 2 episodes since her last appearance in the series. As far as I know, she was absent from the last episode. Her and her team were absent. This episode, they're definitely there. Yeah. And I keep thinking, when are the villains going to show up? Yeah. I do have a theory now because they moved on to the final round. Here's my theory. They might show up at the end of the next episode. After they've been absent for a pretty good period of time throughout this whole arc. I mean, I think the last time they were seen was when they were coming to Earth. When actually they were on Earth, and it's been a good 5 or 6 episodes since they've been last seen. And I'm sure a lot of people really wanted to see them. But because this is all based upon Kishimo's original script for this particular arc, which is going to be for the Boruto film. Yeah, for one thing, training exam in this series is longer than the film. In the film, it lasted for a good most of the film, and unlike in the film, in the last episode where Shikadai lost his match to Bartow, the Boruto cheated with the ninja tool, and in the film, somehow Naruto caught that and had him disqualified for using an illegal device. Here, he was able to proceed next round, no problem. He wasn't disqualified for cheating. Now, who knows if he's going to use that in the next episode. It doesn't look like from the preview I saw he's planning on using it. Because I saw him using a couple Shadow Clones, and that's really it. When it comes to that. But it looks like it's going to be Bartow and Sidora forming a brief alliance to take down Shiki. This is just my theory about the next particular fight. It's going to be a 3-way elimination match. Yes, it's going to be a 3-way elimination match, and the winner basically will be, well, because there's three people, they have to probably eliminate one, and they probably have to form an alliance, because this also happens in wrestling as well. We have a triple threat of 2 people form an alliance to take out one person, and of course later on the alliance dissolves. This might happen next episode, but who knows? But it looks like from the next episode that it's going to be an interesting fight. But when it comes to this episode altogether, I would say of the 2 fights, the one between Mitsuke and Shiki was a little more interesting. Was actually a lot more interesting than Sidora's fight. Unlike in her previous match where it was very quick, this one was a little more interesting in the form of the dialogue. Yeah, the dialogue in the case of that particular fight was more interesting than the actual fight itself. Mitsuke's was both. I love the dialogue, and I love the fighting was a lot more interesting. Excuse me. So of the 2 fights, Mitsuke versus Shikadai is the better of the 2 fights. And now I did check online, and the 24th chapter of the newest chapter of the Boruto manga just got released. I have not read it yet. I'm going to review it tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to review it tomorrow, and a little bit later, I'm going to do my review of the newest episode of the Tokyo Ghoul anime and this newest chapter of the manga. Okay? But until I see you all in my next video, bye.